Hi, Raphael.
Hi.
Igor, can you guys hear me?
Hi, I can hear you.
Very nice. Well, welcome to today's class. We're going to be talking about some business vocabulary. Were you guys able to find, I attached a file to the class. Did you guys get that or no?
No, I didn't get it.
That's okay. Do you have the Google Drive application here? Because I can just share it to you with that. In the video chat we have right now. Does everyone have the Google Drive application in the Google Plus video chat?
You can you can share your screen as well. All right?
Yeah, and I might do that in I think I'll do that instead. Okay, let's see. How about we start, Raphael?
Uh,
Well, I'll start by introducing myself. My name is Will. I've been a teacher on Verbling for a couple of months. I'm from New Jersey in the United States. I live in Spain, and I'm really happy to be here teaching you guys. And today we're going to run through different exercises related to business vocabulary. And just to start, how about Raphael and Igor? Can you guys introduce yourselves?
Yes. Hi, Will. I think it is the first time that I'm going to share a class with you.
Correct.
I'm from Brazil. I'm
Okay.
29 years old. I'm a math teacher, but thank God I don't teach anymore. I used to teach math in high school, but you may know what I mean because
What do
it's
you
really
mean?
hard to deal with
Yeah.
teenagers,
Hmm.
and I'm glad I don't need to deal with them anymore. And now I work in the office of a public university in the human resources department, and I work with retirement. Uh, and the reason why I'm studying English is just because I enjoy learning different languages. I mean, it's a matter of entertainment. I don't need to speak English while I'm working, or because I want a better salary. That's just that.
It's fun. I,
Hmm.
I, I know what you mean. And Igor, can you tell us something about yourself?
I'm from Brazil and I work as a computer science and that's it.
That's it. So, do you know each other? Well, we're about two people from the same country. I'm very surprised or very happy about that.
I
Mm,
think it is the first time that I meet Igor here, right?
yeah.
Hmm.
Mhm. The first time I see you.
Okay, I think we have one more person that just joined. Elise? Hello, Elise, are you there?
Hi, hello. Nice
Hi,
to meet you,
nice
teacher.
to
How
meet
are you,
you.
teacher?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm fine.
Would you like to tell the class a little about yourself? We're introducing ourselves right now.
I think two of them we have been in the same class before, but anyway, I can introduce to you.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm Alice, and I'm from Singapore. Actually, I'm originally from China, but I have been in Singapore more than 12 years.
Okay.
Okay, so the reason why I want to learn English because I want to take the IELTS test. Meanwhile, yeah, English is a widely spoken language and it's a popular language. Of course, everybody wants to speak it, to speak it well, to learn it well, in order to get better jobs in English-speaking countries.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that makes a lot of sense.
That's thanks.
Okay, so today we're going to get some and one more person, Joao.
Hi, Will.
Hi, Joao. Can you introduce yourself to the class as well?
Uh, I'm from Brazil. I live in São Paulo, and I work in a company like PayPal.
Okay. Very cool. We'll talk more about that stuff later. So 3 Brazilians in one class. That's the
Oh.
first time. That's impressive. Okay, so we're going to start right off the bat. Just want to ask you guys, can everyone see the screen?
Yes.
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 Okay, so what do you guys know about these companies? Do you recognize any of these companies?
They're very popular.
Yes? Which ones are popular? What do you know? Which ones do you know about?
Volkswagen,
Okay.
Audi, Pirelli, Mitsubishi. I don't know the first one. Gazprom and UNICEF. It's
What do
popular
you-
too.
What do you know about it? Or what does anyone know about them?
I know Mitsubishi is a Japanese company, and they produce a lot of cars and other electronic equipment.
Mm-hmm.
UNICEF is a ONG who take care of children in the world.
Okay. One small thing, ONG, is coming from Portuguese. It's a GNO.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay. Let's see. Oh, sorry, not GNO. Excuse me, NGO. I had a minor moment because you're thinking Organización Non Gubernamental. For us, that's non-governmental organization. Yeah, UNICEF is a NGO, correct. What about Pirelli? What do they do?
I
Does
know what
anyone-
they do, but it is hard because I don't know the name of the product in English. It's for cars.
Okay, can you try explaining using other words?
We needed to keep the car working because it. Okay, I don't know how to explain that, but it's black, and there are 4 in a car.
Tire.
Okay, tire. Can I read it? Pirelli is a multinational company based in Milan, Italy, listed on Milan Stock Exchange since 1922. Sorry, I'm reading from the
Hey, cheating.
Wikipedia.
That's
it
not
cheating?
limit. Okay.
Sorry.
If
I
you don't-
I thought we are allowed to do so.
I have mixed feelings about that. I think if you don't know a word, I'd like you to try to explain it, and then we can guess. I don't
Yeah.
want us to just research all of the answers with the internet, though.
Okay, sure. I will close my Google. So now I know Pirelli is a tire manufacturer company.
Good. Gazprom, I actually didn't know what they do. They do natural gas in the world. So I don't really know how. That's a long explanation. And what about AOL? Top right box. What does AOL do?
Oh, no idea.
I know
think-
that it's something related to internet, but I'm not sure what they do specifically.
Yeah, I'm actually not 100% sure myself. They have changed a lot over the past couple of years, but I think that's good enough. Do we think these companies are these small companies or these big companies?
Big companies.
Yeah, these guys are huge. Do you prefer to work for a big company or a small company? What do you think are some of the advantages or disadvantages of those?
And the advantages of working in a big company is that your job will be more secured because I think the company is very big and it's not easy for them to go bankrupt. Okay.
Yeah.
But the disadvantage is that I mean in Singapore, if you work in a bigger company, your salary is usually is on the average side. However, if you work in a private company which is much smaller, your salary will be higher. But I think the job security is it's not it's not so good because smaller company might not be able to survive as long as bigger company. This is only my view. Sorry.
No, I think it's a great explanation. Does anyone else have anything to add? Do they agree? Disagree?
Yes, I agree with Elise, but I don't want to talk about money and salary. I want to talk about the way we feel. Uh, we like to work for big companies because we feel that we are skilled to work there because it's a company known all over the world. But I think when you work in a big company, you are not recognized. I'm not sure if you know what I mean, but because you don't feel like family, when you work in a small company, it seems that your boss is close to you and you know your coworkers and you feel like going living in a with a family,
Mm-hmm.
working with a family, and it doesn't happen if you work for Mitsubishi, for example, in a very big building.
Interesting. I think I know what you mean. Does anyone else agree with that? How do other people feel about that? How do you feel when you work for a big company versus a small company? Joao? And is that John? Can you hear me? Is that
Yes,
someone
yes,
new?
I agree, but in the big company, you can make a career easier than a small company.
Yeah, I can see that. No, I think
Yes.
these are all very good points. It's yeah. There's no right answer here. I'm just curious to hear what you guys think. What kind of company do you all work for?
I work in a hospital. I'm a nurse, but the hospital I'm working is the biggest hospital in Singapore.
Wow.
But one thing for the biggest company is that the culture, the organization actually, at the process, everything is more mature. So yeah, it's better in some ways.
Igor, Joao, Rafael, what about you guys?
I work on a company based on San Francisco in United States, and I'm an offshore developer,
Okay.
and that's it.
I
My company provides services for Macy's.com.
Nice.
I work in a small company, but a big company bought my company. So I work in a big company now.
There you go. Do you know what the word for that is?
Sorry?
I said, are you a subsidiary? Are you a small piece of the larger company? Excuse me. Small piece of the larger company?
Yes, small piece. Yes.
Okay, so I believe you are a subsidiary then, is the word for that.
Maybe. Yes.
And then say, we're missing one person didn't get a chance to speak. Was that Rafael?
What?
Did you tell us about your? I didn't.
Oh, okay. It's in the chat box.
Okay.
UFRJ. I
Yeah,
work
talk
in
to
the
me.
University of Rio de Janeiro, my city,
Okay.
and I work in the Human Resources Department, retiring people.
And
It's a very big university, and it's one of the most famous in Brazil.
there you go, big company. And then let's see. Do we have Francis? Can you hear me?
Yes, teacher.
Francis just joined. Hello.
Yes, I can hear you.
Oh, one more person. Kwang. Can you hear me,
I
Kwang?
hear you, teacher. I hear you.
Hi, Kwang. We're talking about big and little companies and where we work. Can you tell us about where you work, if you are working now?
I'm freelancer.
You're a freelancer, so is that a big or small company? How would you say that? Very small, yes?
Yeah.
Just you. Okay, very cool. Now we're going to read some descriptions of companies, and I want to see if you guys can guess their names. So we'll have Kwang. Can you read number 1 for us?
It's okay. This company provides many different internet services, including news, online shopping, and email. Most of its sales come from advertising on its website. Its head office is in Sunny Valley, California.
It's 5 letters, begins with Y.
Yahoo.
Yahoo! Correct. So can I write here?
Teacher,
Yes?
could you zoom out your screen a little bit?
Is that better?
Zoom
Can you,
out.
can you see now?
Yeah, much better.
All right.
Just centralize the info in the middle of the screen.
How's that? Good?
Yeah, awesome.
All right. So do you want to read number 2 for us now?
Okay. Oh, this company produces tires for cars and other vehicles. It's based in France, but it has more than 125,000 employees all over the world. It is also well known for its red and green travel guides. Pirelli?
Does anyone have any ideas?
Pirelli?
No, it's the first letter is M.
Oh, Mikael.
Michi,
Yeah? Oh, sorry about that. I heard the first part of it,
Michael?
Michelin.
Michelin. Oh.
Michelin tires. They have a big white mascot. It looks like a lot of pillows. They're famous for their safety and travel guides. All right, good. Let's see. Joao, can you continue? Number 3.
This Northern European company operates in the retail market. It specializes in low-price products, including furniture, bathrooms, and kitchens.
And the first letter is I. I think it comes from Holland originally.
IKEA.
Yeah. I think that people say that differently around the world. I say IKEA, but I don't know if I think that depends on where you're coming from. I think IKEA might be right, actually. Let's see. Raphael, can you do number 4 for us?
Okay. It's a subsidiary of the European Aeronautic, Defense and Space Company EADS. The company makes planes for the commercial aircraft market, where its main competitor is Boeing. I have no idea.
This one's difficult. It's technically 2 words. So I'll give you the second word starts with B.
Is it
Airbus.
air something?
Yeah, someone just said it, I think. Who said that?
Airbus.
Airbus. Number 5. Who hasn't read yet? Elise?
Okay, this company makes many different electrical and electronic products, such as TVs, computers, and mobile phones. It is South Korea's largest company and exporter.
Samsung.
There we go.
Okay.
Very good. Are these all new companies, or do we all know about Yahoo, Michelin, IKEA, and Airbus and Samsung?
It's only Michelin is a little bit new to me. Others are quite
Yeah, it's
popular.
interesting. It's interesting. We learn a little stuff known. So now I want to see if we can. Let's see if I can find the. Okay, so we have. I'm going to try to complete the sentence, and I'll type the words in the Verbling chat box that we can use here. So we have provide, sales, produce, employee.
Can you type in the other chat box, please?
Space. Which chat box?
The other.
Can you click on the Verbling logo on the left?
Google Chat. I think he's mentioning about Google Chat.
Can you click on the Verbling chat box? Does that function for you? Does that work?
It's not working.
Okay. So now
subsidiary.
All right, so number one, who didn't read last time? Was that Francis? You want to read number one for us?
Some companies
Me?
may.
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Some companies make or provide goods.
So not provide technically works. What's another synonym for make?
Make produce.
Produce. Yeah. Companies make or produce goods.
Okay.
Number two. Igor.
Could I be the next one?
Sure. Okay. Raphael, why don't you continue?
Other companies provide or offer services.
Very good. Three, Kwang.
Yeah. If you specialize,
Yes. And read the full sentence for us. So continue. If you specialize.
So can you read the full sentence, Kwong? If you specialize in a...
The particular product or service is the main activity.
Good. Number 4. Elise.
If you work for a company, you are an employee.
Very good. 5. Francis.
Is your head office in particular your company is subsidiary there?
Francis, are you there?
Yes, I hear. Yes, I hear.
Okay, Igor, do you want to do number 5 for us?
If your head office is in a particular city, your company is based there.
Yeah, very good. And 6, Joao.
If you work in a subsidiary, your company is part of a bigger group.
Okay, and 7. Who's next? Raphael.
If you sell a lot of products, your maybe I don't see the word.
Alright, if you sell a lot of products, let's see, we have provide, sales, produce, employee, is based, specialized.
Your sales are very good.
Sales, very good. And Kwong, can you finish number 8 for us?
If another company operates in the same market as you, it is a competitor.
Very good. So are these definitions new for anyone? Can someone tell me, for example, who is a competitor for Samsung?
Apple.
Yeah.
Nokia.
Yeah, I think these are all fair. What about, can someone give me an example of a subsidiary? What's a big company? So for example, if we have, are you guys familiar with these companies? Time Warner and Warner Brothers. Do you know what those two companies are or no? If I say that Time Warner is the bigger company, then who is the subsidiary? Time Warner.
Warner Brothers.
Warner Brothers, very good. And do you know what we call Time Warner? The subsidiary is its parent company.
Yeah.
Father and mother. Kind of watches over. Okay, so now I want you guys to, you can see number 4. I'm going to read something for you, and I want you to take notes of what you hear in the different blanks. So we'll start. Can everyone see the screen?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So, number 1. This is a dialogue, so these are two people speaking. Which company do you work for? It's called Besam. B-E-S-A-M. You probably don't know it. No, I don't. What does the company do? We specialize in automatic door mechanisms, but we're a subsidiary of Assa Abloy. Perhaps you know that name? No, sorry, I don't. It's a Swedish group. It makes locks and security systems. I'm sure you know some of our products. Yale Locks, or Chubb, or Vachette, for example. No, I'm afraid I don't. Is it a very big group then? Yes, it is. There are about 30,000 employees. That is big. An annual sales of about 3 billion euros. So are you mainly in the European market? No, we operate in 40 different countries worldwide. There are 150 different companies in the Assa Abloy group. Who are your main competitors then? The Eastern Company, Ingersoll Rand, Masterlock? Well, I think you can see now that I know nothing about the security business. So who do you work for? Microsoft. And what does your company do? We make... that's a joke, right? Do you want me to read again?
For sure.
It will be better.
Okay.
Okay. So this is, and I'll try. It's difficult because this is two people, so I'll try to change my voice. So, which company do you work for? It's called Besam. B-E-S-A-M. You probably don't know it. No, I don't. What does the company do? We specialize in automatic door mechanisms, but we're a subsidiary of Assa Abloy. Perhaps you know that name? No, sorry, I don't. It's a Swedish group. It makes locks and security systems. I'm sure you know some of our products. Yale Locks, or Chubb, or Vachette, for example. No, I'm afraid I don't. Is it a very big group then? Yes, it is. There are about 30,000 employees. That is big. An annual sales of about 3 billion euros. So are you mainly in the European market? No, we operate in 40 different countries worldwide. There are 150 different companies in the Assa Abloy group. Who are your main competitors then? The Eastern Company, Ingersoll Rand, Masterlock? Well, I think you can see now that I know nothing about the security business. So who do you work for? Microsoft. And what does your company do? We make... that's a joke, right?
Okay, for 2 times I didn't hear number 4. I didn't catch number 4.
That's okay. That's why we have the power of a team. So, for number 1, what do we have? Or for number 1, what do we have? 1 and 2.
Automatic.
So good. Automatic. And number 2.
Security systems.
Doors.
Automatic doors. Or specifically automatic door mechanisms. Locks and I heard number 3. Can you repeat that?
Security.
Good. What about number 4?
Sweden, something like this, is it? Don't know.
4. Can you repeat? What did you say?
No, I guess because S, so Swedish, Sweden or Singapore.
No, Swedish.
Yeah, Swedish. I heard something Swedish. I just realized.
And number 5. Did anyone hear that number? How many employees did they have?
30,000.
30,000. Good. And what about number 6?
3 million. 3 billion.
3 billion. Can someone type 3 billion in the Verbling chat box for me? What does that number look like? How many zeros are there?
9 zeros.
9 zeros. Very good. 3 billion. A lot of sales. And number 7. Number of subsidiaries. Someone other than Elise.
Operate?
No, 150. 150 or 160. I can't catch that.
150 subsidiaries.
Okay.
40 countries. And what about number 8?
Many competitors.
Competitors. Right. Okay, so now I want to go around. Am I scrolling on the right? Okay, so we'll just go each person in order. So Kwang, Elise, Igor, Joao, and Raphael. I want you guys to make example sentences using the prompt. So for number 1, it's a blank company organization. What's something we can say there? Someone give us an example sentence. What does Besem do, the company that you just heard about?
It's an internet company. No.
Is it internet? What did they do?
Maybe a marketplace.
I think it was, security. I think if I remember.
Ah, sorry.
It's okay.
I'm confused.
It's all right. All right. So Kwang, can you start for us and choose one of the beginnings and make a sentence using it?
It's an mobile production company.
Can you repeat that? I'm sorry, I didn't hear. Mobile producing company.
And sorry, I don't understand. Automatic door.
Can you repeat that? I didn't hear what you said.
Automatic doors.
Automatic. Okay. So what does it do with automatic doors?
Security.
Security. Okay. Can anyone tell us? Or give us a full sentence?
Automatic door mechanisms.
Okay. And does it produce? Does it
produce
competitors? Continue. Sorry. So, okay, that's all right. Let's move on to another exercise. Do you talk about the company you worked for using the vocabulary we just talked about? So, provide, sales, produce, employee, is based. Oh, let me write these again. Employee, is based, specialize. And not all of the words are not all the words maybe apply to your company, but use as many as you can to talk about where you live or where you work right now. Excuse me. Elise, can you start for us? So, for example, I would say I work for Verbling. We provide education services. I'm an employee of Verbling. We specialize in teaching students English. I don't think we're a subsidiary, and a competitor would maybe be Rosetta Stone. So I guess, Elise, can you start for us? Trying to make sentences using those words.
Must I use all the words, or I can just choose some of them?
You can choose some of them, because I don't think all of them are.
Okay. I work. I work in a I work in a general hospital, which is the biggest hospital in Singapore. We provide excellent service to patients from all over the world, yeah, especially in Asia countries. Okay, we have our hospital have more than 2,000 employees, and the hospital is based in Singapore, and this is the only hospital. We don't have any other subsidiaries. Okay.
Okay.
Our hospital mainly specialized in neurosurgery and liver transplant. We have a few competitors. There are a few other hospitals, they provide the same service. But overall, our hospital is the best one in Singapore. Its name is Singapore General Hospital. That's all.
Wonderful. Igor, can you go next?
Yes. The company that I work is based in United States, and it has a subsidiary.
Subsidiary. Let me. Can everyone repeat that? Subsidiary.
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 Good.
Is subsidiary countable?
One subsidiary, two subsidiaries.
Okay.
Yes. So how
Okay,
many? How do you spell subsidiaries? Can you write that?
SUB.
The plural.
Okay.
Just type it in the chat box. So. Subsidiaries. Very good. You have that IES change because it's a Y. Sorry, continue, Igor.
Okay. It has a subsidiary in Brazil, and the company provides e-commerce service for all the companies within the United States. And it has competitor from India. That's it.
Very interesting. Thank you. And Rafael, your turn.
I work in UFRJ, the University Federal. It is based in Rio de Janeiro City, where I live, and it provides education. We don't make money from education because it's a public university.
Okay.
That's all because it's so simple. I think it has more than 5,000 employees between teachers and people who work in offices.
Okay. It's a big, yeah, it's a big number.
Yes, we are very big.
And yeah, that's it. Okay, so now I want to just switch a little bit and talk about, I think you guys can see, making polite requests. So if we could go through, for example, when would we talk? When would we use this vocabulary? When would we make a polite request? Who would we talk to? Or who are we talking to when we do this? Do we do this with our friends? Do we do this with our coworkers or colleagues?
Colleagues.
Colleagues, yeah. I think this is a different register. So just practicing with questions. For example, number 1. Elise, can you read that for us?
Could I speak to you for a moment?
Perfect. Igor, number 2.
Can you tell me your name?
Very good. 3. Rafael?
Can I have another drink, please?
Sure. Number 4, Elise. And continue.
Could you call me again tomorrow?
Very good. And 5. Igor, sorry.
Okay. Could you call me again tomorrow?
Can you do number 5? And that's correct.
Would you repeat that, please?
Very good. And 6. Raphael.
Could you help me for a moment?
Perfect. Okay, so now we're going to do another listening exercise. So I'm going to read for you, and I want you guys to listen to the answers. Or, excuse me, listen to the prompts. So we have, excuse me while I find the page, 1 second. Okay, so number 1 we have, could I speak to you for a moment? Yes, of course. Number 2, can you tell me your name? Sure, it's Woody Nelson. 3, can I have another drink, please? Certainly. Same again. 4, could you call me again tomorrow? I'm afraid I'm on holiday. 5, would you repeat that, please? Yes, sorry, the reference is 1256K. And 6, could you help me for a moment? Sorry, but I'm busy, very busy. Can it wait? And so each blank, you want to write the number of the conversation that you heard. So do we have the answers, or do we need the questions one more time?
I was kind of lost about the goal of this exercise.
Okay, sorry. So I'm going to read the questions in order, and I want you guys to write down the number of each. So there's letter A, yes, sorry, might be number 4, 5, 6. Yes, of course, might be 1, 2, 3. As the questions are out of order as we have them here. So if I read number 1, I say, could I speak to you for a moment? B, yes, of course. What letter is that?
B.
B. Very good. And now I'll continue reading that, and I want to see if we can have the letters and the numbers correctly matched. So number 2, can you tell me your name? Sure, it's Woody Nielsen. 3, can I have another drink, please? Certainly. Same again? 4, could you call me again tomorrow? I'm afraid I'm on holiday. 5, would you repeat that, please? Yes, sorry, the reference is 1256K. And 6, could you help me for a moment? Sorry, but I'm very busy. Can it wait? So we already have B is number 2. What's A?
5.
Okay. And what about C?
4.
Okay, and Igor or Raphael, do you have D?
No, I'm too confused. I could understand what you said, but I'm confused. It was very fast.
I'm sorry. Igor, did you get any of the answers by chance, or?
Yeah. Sorry, but I'm very busy. Is the number 5?
Sorry, I'm very busy is
6.
6, yeah.
6.
And then E, certainly, same again. What number do we have for that?
3.
That was 3. And then that leaves F as number 2. So sorry, but that was a little confusing. That was my mistake. I'm explaining
No,
that.
I think they didn't understand the question.
Yeah.
Teacher was reading. Actually, just match what teacher read. You know.
And that was my mistake for explaining. Sorry about that. Next part, though, I want to see if you guys can make polite questions using these prompts. So, for example, number 1, we have, I want your telephone number. How do we make that a question?
Could I have your telephone number?
Very good.
Teacher, if we use could I or can I, is it could I? It's more polite. It's more polite. Polite, right?
Correct.
Or doesn't matter.
It is not super important. I'd say could is probably more polite, but they are both very polite.
Okay.
Igor, number 2.
Could you provide me your address? No, could you give?
Sorry, I lost you that last part. Can you repeat that?
Could you give me your address?
Very good. Number 3, Raphael.
Could you speak more slowly, please?
Very good. Number 4. Elise.
Could you sign on this document, or can you sign on this document?
Sure. Perfect. Number 5, Igor.
What the name of the what verb I have to use? I cannot see in my screen.
Cake.
Okay. Oh, awesome. I need 2 chairs for my table. Could I take these free ones?
Sure. Very good. And number 6, Raphael.
Could I talk to you later?
Very good. Elise, number 7.
Could you, can I borrow your pen to sign the visitor book?
Very good. Yes, of course. And number 8, Igor.
I can't hear what you said. Will you say it once again?
Can you repeat that? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Okay. I can't hear what you said. Could you say it once again?
Very good. And I believe that finishes the little exercises. Now I just wanted to talk to you guys about some of your opinions on something. So tell me if you disagree or agree with this statement. If I say it doesn't matter if you enjoy your job as long as it's a well-paid job. What do you think about that statement?
I disagree. As you heard from me in the beginning of the class, I used to work as a math teacher and it was a mess for me. I really enjoy school environment and I was a good student, but when I became a teacher, everything changed and I was very stressed. And I cannot say that my salary is so much better, but I could be working as a math teacher right now, but I would be very stressed and it doesn't work for me anymore. So if someone says, oh, you're going to come back to school and your salary is going to be the double, I wouldn't go back there.
Wow. It's a stressful job, huh?
Yes.
Igor, what do you think?
About how stressful is my job?
No, does it matter if you enjoy your job if it's a well-paid job?
In my point of view, the most important is the quality of life. And then salary is important if the salary is enough to pay my bills and to go out, sometimes in the week. For me, it's enough. The most of important is the quality of life. Mhm.
I think that's a good sentiment. Elise,
Yeah,
what about
yeah.
you?
There is a company.
I'm sorry.
There is few companies that provide you quality. What I mean, the company doesn't require a specific time for your work. You can make your schedule for work, like
Yeah.
me. Mhm. If I wanna start work now, I can. If I wanna starting working 1 or 2 hours later, I can. You see, there isn't a fixed time for our work, and I guess it's the most important for me, the quality of life.
Yeah.
And I can spend more time with my family, my girlfriend, and so
I
on.
think that's a nice idea. Elise, do you have anything to add? Do you agree or disagree?
Yes, in my opinion, salary is definitely very, very important. If the hospital doesn't pay me, I don't think I will go to work. However, salary is it's not the main or it's not the only component to decide whether I will stay for the job. Okay, especially if, like us, we work in the hospital. We work mainly for passion, not only for salary.
Mm-hmm. I think that's
Okay.
that's good to have that. What do you think is the value of a college education in today's job market?
Okay, the value of the college education uh, is to nurture a person to become a decent person, decent citizen, or decent people, a decent person in the world. It's not only to for the purpose of providing a better job, a better salary. Of course, if you have higher education, it will bring better life for you. But however, I think the most important part is to build up a better person.
Interesting. Igor, Raphael, how do you feel about that?
Sorry, I didn't catch.
I said, what do you think of what Elise said? Do you agree? Do you disagree? What is the value of a college education for working today?
I think it is very valuable, but what is concerning me is that it's never enough. You go to college, and then it's really hard to talk about that in English because I don't know the vocabulary to use, but I mean, graduation, and then it's never enough, and then you need to study more and more and more and more, and then you spend the rest of your life studying to get a better job, and once you see that you're old, and I don't think it's fair. So they are treasuring that too much. I mean, that's how I see it.
Interesting. Igor, what do you think?
For me, it's a kind of subjective for me.
Okay.
What I mean, you can learn from the life. You can learn from have some experience. Yeah? You don't need to go to school. You don't need to go to the university to get a knowledge of something. Mhm. I have seen a guy who has a great education, yeah,
Mhm.
but this guy isn't, how can I say, it's not much available than another guy for a specific job. So for me, it's a kind of subjective for me. And I have seen guys buying education.
Hmm.
What does it mean? I go to school, just pay and don't study and get the certificate. Okay, but it's my point of the view.
Well, it's an interesting, I think, world we live in now, with what the value of that is.
And I don't think for you evaluate a guy, don't see only the higher education. You can see many points of the guy and then evaluate them later.
Huh.
I have, yeah, I have graduation, master's degree, post-graduation, you see? And I don't see it too much, you see,
Yeah.
to say I'm good or not.
No, I know what you
The
mean.
only,
There's,
yeah, the only thing you can say about me is I'm a patient guy.
I think that's good. And you can't learn that in university.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to cut you off there, but that's all the time we have for today. Thank you guys for a great class. If you have any questions, you can message me on Verbling. I also have my Facebook profile in the Verbling chat box. So I hope to see you guys soon, and thanks again. Take care.
Okay.
Thank you, Will.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye bye. Have a nice day.
Bye. Thank